This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty!
Take a lap.
What is going on, good people? You are watching the Fantasy Football Show live. My name is Smitty, and we're doing it live tonight. Week 14, start bench advice, dynasty talk, and breaking news, you name it, we're doing it. And I appreciate you all being here, watching the Fantasy Football Show, watching us grow, being a part of the community. We're almost at 10K. Spread the word. Tell your grandma, tell your friends, tell everybody. And let's grow this thing and go to 20K and 50 and then 100K. And let's turn this thing into something we never thought it'd even become. Because so far, I feel like that's what it is. But let's continue that trend of shocking ourselves and growing this community and becoming, a force in the industry. And I have so much planned for you in 2022. You don't even know. Your head's going to spin when you realize what I've got in store. Thomas first in the building tonight. Overcome second in the building. Brandon, Zach, Akil, triple A, double A, triple A, you name it. What's up, Blackbeard, Brandon, Terry Roberts, Maya, what's going on? All right, let's break it down. What we got for you today: Mike Williams is a go. AAA. We're starting to call you AAA, baby. AAA. Start Mike Williams over Zeke at flex. Funny you asked that, Sid, because Thomas, who was first in the building right here, Thomas has a similar dilemma. Thomas, let's talk about your dilemma and let's see what the people think. Let's go to the people and see what they think about your dilemma. If you've got to start two players in PPR, are you starting Mike Williams? Are you starting Zeke Elliott? Or are you starting Sony Michel? Hendy's out, as you'll see right here. Hendy is out for week 14 on the list, which means Sony Michel is going to get the run. If you're in that dilemma, Mike Williams, who has no Keenan Allen, Sony Michel, who has no Darrell Henderson, or Zeke Elliott, who's banged up, but has probably no Tony Pollard, pick two. You have to pick two, not one. Pick two. We got Zeke, Michel, Sony. I need you guys to pick two, though. Mike Williams and Zeke, and then Sony in that order, says Thomas. That's Thomas's own order. Zapata says Sony and Mike. That's what I said, just to be fair. If Pollard is not playing, play Zeke, says Brandon. Although they're bringing that Hardy kid in, and we'll see what happens with him. Big Dog, what's up? I'm not saying Hardy's a threat, but I do believe that Zeke is not 100%. And I will say this. I've said this before. I'll say it again. But we're talking about very, very tough dilemmas here. If you don't have a tough dilemma, I'm starting Zeke Elliott without hesitation if I don't have anybody that's comparable to him, like Sony Michel, which we can talk about. Why I'm going Sony over Zeke, I'll tell you in a second. But it's close enough to where I don't want to talk Thomas out of it, because Thomas feels strongly about going Mike Williams, who I agree with, and we'll talk about Mike Williams, who's a fantastic start, maybe a wide receiver 1 in fantasy in week 14. He's going with Mike Williams, but he's going Zeke instead of Michel. The reason I like Zeke is that he could fall into the end zone 1 or 2 times. He's going to look less efficient than normal, but the volume should be there without Pollard. He's the kind of guy you got to drag off the field because he doesn't want to be removed from the situation. Literally, the guy's got to be put on a cart and taken off the field. He's a tough guy. But he was interviewed last week where he said that it would be about 3 to 4 weeks before he's fully healthy. And that to me gives me a little bit of pause. When Zeke Elliott's not out there saying, I'm fine, put me in, don't worry about it. You know, for him to actually say, they said, what was the injury? Reporters asked him. He said, I I don't think I have to tell you that in so many words. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. He said, I don't think I have to tell you what the injury is, but I'll be fine in about 3 or 4 weeks, which will be good timing for the playoffs, is what Zeke Elliott said. I'm just a little bit worried about that answer, and I'm a little bit worried about what I see on the field. And if Pollard is out of the equation, if Pollard plays, we're talking about a whole nother level of risk of starting Zeke. But if Pollard is removed from the lineup, Zeke Elliott by default should get a very healthy dose of production in attempts and carries and touchdown opportunities. Like, it'll be a good day for Zeke Elliott. Will it be a great day? I don't know. I suppose it could be under the right circumstances. I'm not going to rule it out. But do I feel a lot more confident with Sony Michel, who's probably getting all the volume? Yes, against a tough Cardinal defense, but we're talking about a healthy dose of everything. And if the run game gets phased out, or if the pass game gets phased out, Sony Michel's locked in to whatever's, being dialed up. He's either going to get a heavy volume of pass, a heavy volume of rushing attempts. He'll be fine. Not to mention, I do believe the Cardinal-Ram game will be very close all game long. So I think running and receiving for the running back or running backs in this game will not be phased out entirely. It'll be a very healthy balance of rushing and receiving, which is going to bode well for Michel, bode well for Connor, and that running game for the Cardinals. I just think when Sony has 121 yards off, 20 carries, something like that, and a touchdown, it was like 5 yards a pop, 121 yards and a touchdown, and no Hendy again this week. I'm going Sony Michel over Zeke, but that's me. Thomas, do your thing. It could easily turn out in your advantage to go Zeke Elliott over Sony Michel. What I think we shouldn't debate, and we're not because we're in agreement right now, as the Mike Williams news is unfolded, as Keenan Allen was placed on the list and won't be playing in this game. Keenan Allen is out. He's on the list. He's sidelined. Williams was a little bit questionable to play himself. He has been activated, and now he's good to go himself. Mike Williams could be a low-end wide receiver 1 in fantasy football week 14. And we've seen him be top 5 before. And everybody loved Mike Williams early on in the season. Everybody called him a wide receiver 1, not a high-end wide receiver 2, not a temporary, I'll have a cup of coffee with the wide receiver 1s. People had this man locked into top 5 to 10 wide receiver production. Now, did I think he was going to stay there? No. I was more pessimistic on Mike Williams than the average person in that time frame during the season where people were that excited about him. But people are very extreme on one side or the other. You either love Mike Williams or you hate him. I'm in between, and I've been there all season. I think he's a wide receiver 2 potential guy. I love him in this matchup, and anytime he's ever called upon, he'll dial up and drop a boatload of points on you or for you. So get him in your lineup. Mike Williams, unquestioned top spot, top player to play in this scenario with Sony, Mike Williams, Zeke. Put in Mike Williams. For me, put in Sony. For you, Thomas, you can start Zeke. I'm good with any of the 3, but that's my take on that. So I thought I'd give Thomas a little breakdown on that. And so this question right here, you got my answer, Sid. Mike over Zeke and Sony over Zeke. And Sony, Mike over Sony, if I had to rank them in that order. But you could argue Sony Michel, Mike Williams. Who's better of those two? That's a tough one. So Mike Williams, good start. Darrell Williams again out. Sony Michel, fantastic play. Julio Jones activated from injured reserve. He practiced in full this week and is expected to return to the lineup, so get ready for him. Urban Meyer, this guy questions in league circles whether Urban Meyer stay in Jacksonville could end after one season. Look, I told you this months and months ago. Hopefully he's not gonna return. He's not fit for either the NFL or at least right now he's not fit for the NFL. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's out of there next year. ETN hopefully stays healthy and gets resurrected in his second year under a different regime. And Trevor Lawrence, I said this in the beginning of the year, if Urban Meyer appears to be on the track that he's on, that he's currently on, that we predicted he probably would be on. And we saw it kind of coming from a mile away. The way his decisions with Tebow, giving Tebow such an opportunity, dragging that situation out. Like, what is wrong with Urban Meyer to think that that was something that was worth exploring for as long as he explored it? That, to me, tells me he doesn't have what it takes. Just some simple thing like that already paints the picture for me. And Urban Meyer doesn't know what he's doing. Not at this level. Not at the NFL level. Not for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And for that reason, I've been a little bit afraid that Trevor Lawrence was going to have a throwaway year and going to have to redo everything and kind of clean slate, walk into a sophomore season as if it was a rookie year or half of a rookie year. So, I would say you're going to have to rewatch my answer, Sid. I answered in pretty big detail. Everyone's saying the camera is glitchy. Let me see if I can switch. How about now? I think it still might be a little bit glitchy. I don't know if that's for everybody or just for a few people. Unfortunately, I can't really start over. Let me go ahead and restart this cam. Let me go to a different camera angle. And then we'll try and do it. Let's go to this camera angle. That one works. I think the camera needs to be reset. So let's reset the camera. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Camera. Which cord? There we go. This is the webcam. This is the camera I need to reset. All right, let's go. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Still a little glitchy? Still glitchy? I think that one's not bad. I think we can go with this one today. How's that? Not so glitchy. We'll go with that angle for now. The only problem is we don't have any of our graphics on this one. Son of a bee. Let's go here. Let's drag that one up here. Let's drag that one up here. And drag that one up here. Hold on one second. I got one more thing, and then I think we're good to go. Just a little bit of housekeeping here. And then now I can go to this camera angle, and I think we should be good. Okay. I think we're back. And as you can see behind me is the Door League. The Door League. All the names on the door, you find folks that got written on the door. Fantastic job. We're going to get back to that. Next year, we're going to do a bigger and better Door League. And you guys are going to be excited about it. It's going to be phenomenal. 71 of you in the room, please punch the thumbs up. Share this link with people. Let people know we're live. And let's break down more news. So Urban Meyer probably out. Hopefully ETN gets going. LA Times suggesting heavy offensive formations going forward. Like we know Michelle's going to get fed in this one. Deebo Samuel. According to the NFL Network, Samuel, questionable core, has a chance to play in Week 14 against the Bengals. I don't think he plays. As this report says, these are both good signs for Samuel's Week 14 return or whatever. Still looks like a game time decision. Could be on a snap count, making him a risky flex play. Look, I don't think Deebo plays. If they play Deebo, it feels very reckless to me. And people think Deebo is good to go because he's running on the sideline. That doesn't mean anything to me. You can run on the sideline all you want, but when you fire off in game speed with a injured groin or quad, or especially a hamstring, and especially a groin, you don't know it's 100% back to normal until you're in the game. You can't really do the fake game speed stuff. You can try, and you can kind of see if you're really far away from being able to come back to a starting, workload or whatever. But I think everyone's getting a little excited about Deebo. I don't think he plays. I think it's reckless to play him, and I don't think he's fully ready. And I think if he did go out there, he would get hurt, or he'd have a really high likelihood of getting hurt again. This is not something where you can just but we'll see. We'll see. If he plays and there's no indication he'll be limited, which this is kind of indicating he might, but if we don't get further, further evidence that he's going to be limited if he is a go, he's hard to sit as a flex. You know what I mean? He might be your wide receiver 1 normally, but how do you not get him in your flex if he starts? But we'd have to go over your options if he ends up starting, and we're not sure about his limitations. Glennon's going to start week 14. The Chargers have themselves a nice scoring opportunity here for you if you've got these Los Angeles Chargers as your defense. I got a lot of Charger questions this week, and I don't really know why, because they're probably the easiest play this week known to no matter who's throwing the ball, Glennon, whoever. Glennon's going to play, and as the note here says, Godspeed if you're forced to play him against the Chargers. Chargers are going to ball out. They're going to ball out. They're going to have a big day. Big day. Van Jefferson, a good play. He's an excellent play, Mike. An excellent play. Brandon Cooks is listed as questionable for week 14 against the Seahawks. Be cautious with him, but he was a full participant in practice, so things do look very well. Adrian Peterson won't play because of a back issue in week 14. That leaves, you think, oh, okay, things have cleared up. It's bothering me that I've got this pile of junk right here, just sitting right here. So I'm going to move this out of the way. It's driving me nuts. I got my putter. I can't find the golf ball anywhere. And I've got a putting thing in here somewhere. I was setting that up and obviously lost track of time. Adrian Peterson, you would say to yourself, oh, maybe this situation here in Seattle is going to become less cloudy. But no. They've got Penny, DJ Dallas, Alex Collins. It is a running back by committee on steroids. And while Penny might be the guy to play because he did have 10 rushes last week, I'm not going near it. I don't advise anybody go near this Seahawk running back by committee in 2021 week 14. Saquon Barkley ankle does not have an injury designation, which is garbage because this guy is not healthy. He's not 100%. He's missing practice every week. He's going to be putting in limited sessions the rest of the season. So how could he be healthy? It's ridiculous news report. We don't get any proper or accurate injury. And I shouldn't say any, but we get a lot of misinformation now. Just complete misinformation. But he's not. The good news if you own Barkley is that he's not listed with any significant new injuries or something that's keeping him potentially as a questionable play for this week. He's going to play. He's going to play. So, that's one reason why he doesn't have an injury designation, because he's not questionable to play. He's not healthy, but he doesn't have any injury designations. That's where the old probable tag was nice. Kenny Golladay is listed as questionable for week 14. Looks like he's going to play, but who trusts Kenny Golladay? Remember the time where this guy was a top 6 to 10 wide receiver prospect? Unbelievable. Saquon is a walking injury, says Swaggy. You don't sit Kyler Murray borderline lap worthy. Yeah, you can't sit Kyler. Kyler's a top 3 quarterback. Sterling Shepard is questionable for week 14. Don't go near him. Don't go near him. Bad quarterback play. Kadarius Toney oblique is out for week 14. This guy's a walking injury. And while I see the talent, I know the talent's there. I'm not blind, guys. I'm not blind at all. I can see clearly. And I can see clearly now that the Kadarius Toney is not going to stay healthy. The man known as the Kadarius Toney is a walking injury. He's bleeding talent, but he's also bleeding, I don't know, screams head case to me. Deebo Samuel, that's old. Mitchell, concussion knee, is out for week 14. We kind of knew that, already, but some of you might not know that. Jeff Wilson will form a committee with JaMycal Hasty. Wilson will get every opportunity. The question is going to be, does Hasty look like the hot hand at some point during the game? And then, boom, he's got the rest of the carries for the rest of the game. So be cautious with Jeff Wilson, but also don't overlook him because he could get the Elijah Mitchell treatment and get a whole boatload of work and be a fantastic play. So don't underestimate or overestimate Jeff Wilson in week 14. Who do I like more, Hasty or Wilson? The answer is clearly Wilson right now. I'm just saying Hasty could end up getting half the work initially, and then if he looks like the hot hand or Jeff Wilson gets hurt, which is very possible, then Hasty comes in and just has the rest of the work. So very, very questionable committee. I'm staying away from Seattle, of course. I'm kind of staying away from San Fran, but it depends on your scenario. If you don't have any good options, like Wilson's a decent play. If you've got Sony Michel or Mike Williams or other great options, then don't go near the San Fran situation because you don't really know for sure what's going to go down. Hey, Smitty, really bad on running back right now. Who would you play for your running back 2? I have D. Booker for now, but have Ty Johnson, Singletary, and Penny on waivers. You have D. Booker for now, but have Ty Johnson, Singletary, and Penny on waivers. I'd probably pick up Penny and start him, bro. Another good option would be Jamar Jefferson for the Lions, potentially. Jeff Wilson in that scenario, but Penny's probably your best bet. I imagine he's the best pickup of the week. Jeff Wilson or Chuba? That's a tough one. I might lean. What do you guys think in the chat? Chuba or Jeff Wilson? That's such a 50-50 call. That's a 50-50 call. I probably lean Jeff. I don't know. I don't know if I trust Chuba Hubbard yet. I almost want to make sure he's going to get all the run. I feel like Chuba Hubbard could be a trap. He could be a really good play, or he could be a trap play. I don't know that he's that much more in line for work than Jeff Wilson. So that's a real tough one. Yeah, fire up Sony Slayer. I agree. I'd go with Chuba. Wilson's knee could be an issue. Chuba without a doubt. Chuba, Jeff Wilson, Chuba. You got the votes for Chuba, bro, but there are a couple of Jeff Wilsons. I'm not saying Jeff Wilson's a lock for me. I'm just saying I'm tempted, I guess. I just don't know what to make of Chuba right now for week 14. I'm very, very high on his skill set, and if they decide to give him a bunch of work in week 14, I will be excited about him in week 15. It's not going to be me flip-flopping or anything. It's more about, I don't know what his volume is going to look like. It's not about talent. It's about, is he going to get enough work? Freeman or J-Rob? Probably Freeman right now, bro. I don't know how I trust J-Rob. I don't know what they're gonna do with J-Rob volume wise. Like, everyone wants to pretend J-Rob's gonna go back to normal. We don't know that. Freeman, J-Rob. I'd probably go J-Rob unless you need. That's another one. J-Rob or Chuba? Punch it in the chat. Let's help out who asked that question. That was AUSU. Help out a pal. Abdullah could vulture targets. That's what scares me about Chuba. You don't know anything about his volume. You don't. And we'll get to J-Rob in a minute. I'd like for you guys to vote on that one. J-Rob or who was it? J-Rob or was it J-Rob or what was it? Freeman. J-Rob or Freeman. But we'll get to J-Rob in a minute. We'll look at his status for this coming week. TJ Hawkinson is doubtful for week 14. Get him out of your lineup. Jamal Williams is on the C list, so he won't play. That means Jamar Jefferson. This guy's not a bad grab if you need a running back. You know, you're in some trouble. Yeah, J-Rob or Freeman. We got one Freeman vote so far. Please vote on J-Rob or Freeman. And don't be shy. Don't think you have to say J-Rob because everyone is going to jump down your throat if you say Freeman. Like, be honest. How do you feel about Freeman? I don't like Freeman or J-Rob this week. I don't know how to. Yeah, J-Rob is better, but his coach hates him. Got to go Chuba. Or it's not between Chuba and J-Rob. It's between Freeman and J-Rob. Good tight end streamers call in. I mean, Cook. You're going to have to give me a list, bro. We got one J-Rob. We got one Freeman. J-Rob by 5 to 49. I don't know what that means. Okay, Alex Collins. We already got to the Seattle guys. Stay away from him. Taysom Hill will play week 14. He's playing through an injury that could make him very, very vulnerable in this one. But he's got that, as the report says, a low-end QB potential, QB1 potential. So you're talking about 10 to 12, 10 to 13 type, QB floor if he plays the whole game and doesn't get hurt. But I'm not super excited about Taysom Hill. Like, if you've got Herbert or someone like that, don't bench him for Taysom. Not if he's banged up. 49er says, don't sleep on Chuba's pass catching prowess. Look, we aren't sleeping on Chuba's talent at all, bro. Like, there haven't been very many analysts that have been higher on Chuba than I have. And the bottom line is they just haven't been as committed to him as we'd hoped. And they may not give him the volume. It's not about talent. It's about, will the production be there, or will it go to Abdullah? Will they feed him enough? And they may not. Mike says, just imagine how good my team would have been if I would have listened to Coach Smitty and traded CMC when I had the chance. Can't say I wasn't warned. Mike, I appreciate you coming back and saying that, good buddy. Because not a lot of people come back around and after they run their mouth, not that you were running your mouth, Mike, but a lot of people ran their mouth about that CMC talk, and then nobody came back. Those people that ran their mouth didn't come back. So you're here to accept their burden, and I appreciate that, Mike, because it's true. You could have had Tyreek Hill and Cordero Patterson in a worst-case scenario, pal. You could have James Conner and Justin Jefferson in a very worst-case scenario. So, Mike Jones, you, my friend.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Without my main camera, I'm a little bit off with my graphics and stuff tonight, so you're going to have to bear with me. Let's check out the camera, see if are we still behind? Yes, we got a little delay. You got to be kidding me, man. If it's not one thing, it is another. It is another. Mike is a real man to do that. Kudos to you, Mike, says Mighty Buffoon. I think I answered this question as best I could, Penny, but I need to know more available options because Penny is the best option. Next up on the news, Darren Waller is out week 14. Foster Moreau is a decent add and play. Gaskin is out week 14. And that means Philip Lindsay is going to be the lone back in this one. So Philip Lindsay is another good add if you need a running back. Philip Lindsay will be getting the majority of the work. Mike Boone on the C list. Melvin Gordon is questionable with the hip. We are all praying for you, Melvin. So much so that, Melvin, we would like you to take another week off just to make sure you're healthy. I do not want you playing on that hip, Melvin. We are worried about you. We want you, Melvin, to get better. We want you to take a couple weeks off if you need it, Melvin. We need you. We need you back in 2022. We don't want him back in 2022. We need you to get better during the offseason. Shut it down, Melvin. Shut it down. Don't play this week at least. But we are okay with you shutting it down. Hand the keys off to the man named Javonte Williams. He's ready to rumble. Why is my shirt rolled up? Is it 1980? No one told me I had my shirt rolled up. Nobody told me I had my shirt rolled up. What is this, Stranger Things? 1980s? Got the bicycle out back. The BMX. Please sit, Melvin. Please sit. Smitty Gaskin on a bye. Take a lap. Oh, yeah. Sorry. What was I reading? Yeah, he may be cleared enough for the next game. My bad. I'm just reading through all the news. not even looking. Ricky Seals, pretty darn good start. If you were left hanging and have no tight end option, I got to get my other graphics back on here. Where are they at? Why is the camera... I'm thrown off right now. I can't stand it when technology goes crazy on you when you're in the middle of a freaking live stream. You test everything out. Everything works perfectly. And then boom. Where are all my graphics, bro? That's old. Where are all my graphics? There we go. There's our bye weeks. That'll keep us on track, right? There we go. Don't start Lindsay. Don't start Lindsay this week. Smitty had a oopsie. Smitty had a...
Take a look.
For the one guy that took that comment and went to go pick up Lindsay to put him in his lineup, he's going to be pretty upset. the Dolphins are on a bye. But Lindsay could potentially get some run if Gaskin doesn't get cleared in a whole nother week and a half. Javonte over Aaron Jones. Oh. Javonte over Aaron Jones. That's a tough one, man. I would say you got to find a way to play both, bro. You've got to find a way to play both. I love both. I can't tell you to sit one of those guys. You out of your mind? You crazy? P. Ryan, mid to low running back 2. We've got to see what's up. Smitty, are you boxing or are you a diva? No one even knows what you're talking about, bro. Are you a diva? Who's the diva? Not one person in here even knows what you're talking about. Jeff Wilson or Rashad Penny? Jeff Wilson for me, bro. Jeff Wilson. Did I miss your super chat? I think I had to take the screen off and I lost it, bro. So sorry. I'm gonna get it real quick. Did I answer your first super chat? I think I did, right? Smitty really bad. Running back 2 Singletary. Yes, I did. Okay, so it's this one that I need to answer. Thank you, WRM, for both of those and being patient Westbrook or Van Jefferson? Give me Van Jefferson. Nick Westbrook could do well, but Van Jefferson's I feel like he's really in a rhythm, bro. And I think McVay loves him. Slayer. Thank you, Slayer. Thank you, Brandon. Let's see here. Javonte Williams or Tyler Lockett for my flex this week. Give me Javonte Williams, bro. We're not sitting Javonte. Pick 2, Saquon, Javonte, Monty, Jamar. Jamar Chase. If that's Jamar Chase, bro, Jamar Chase and Javonte, that's easy for me. That's really easy for me. Smitty, Christian Kirk or Darnell Mooney. Sony or Wilson, Sony. Saquon, Javonte, Monty, Jamar. Already said Jamar Chase and Javonte. D-Hop or Zeke if Pollard doesn't play. They're about even, bro. They're about even, broski. Slayer. Hey, Smitty. Lindsay is on a bye. We already got that worked out. We got that worked out, pal. Smitty's got his whole setup wrong. I'm not in my rhythm right now. I'm not in a comfortable place with my first camera down, a delay, none of my graphics, nothing I've prepared for the show at all, and I'm reading blind, bro. I'm reading blind. I got a little thrown off. I saw the Phillip Lindsay was the only healthy running back, and I got a little antsy. I got a little ahead of myself, and started talking about next week. You should get on Rough and Rowdy, Smitty. Don't be a diva. Box the Spike King. What are you even talking about, bro? You don't even know what you're talking about. First of all, I would box the Spike King and I'd smash him into the ground, bro. For charity. For charity, of course. And the Spike King's my boy. The Spike King's my boy. The Spike King loves me. And I love the Spike King. He's a cool dude. Him and I are very, very close. I like the Spike King. The Spike King and I go on Instagram Live all the time, bro. All the time. But he wouldn't get in a ring with me, bro. Come on. It's crazy. It's between Javonte and Higgins. Very, very close. Yeah, you could argue that. McKissick is out for Sunday Gibby season. Attaboy. Sony has the backfield to himself, says Swaggy, which is true. Slayer, just pulling your leg, buddy. Come on. I know, Slayer. It's my fault. Smitty smash. Look, there's a few people that have run their mouth, and this one guy called me a diva. I don't know what he's even thinking doing that. Like, say it again, bro. Say it again. See if you're on the live stream anymore. How's that? Number 2, there have been a few analysts that have run their mouth and said for charity we could set something up, and I've said do it, and then nothing gets done. So you can take that for what it is. Pick one, Higgins, Big Mike, or Renfro. If Higgins is fully healthy, I think Higgins and Big Mike both got to play, bro. You've got a dilemma on your hands, Swaggy. I don't know how you're gonna make me pick between these two, bro. I'll probably say. I'm going to probably say Big Mike. But that's tough sitting Higgins. But Higgins is banged up. Let's look up Higgins right now. Higgins. Oh, that's the wrong Higgins. I hate that. I hate that. Mike Evans for Mike Williams. Smitty approved. I could get behind either one of those, bro. I could get behind either one of those. Joe Burrow finger and Joe Mixon illness are both expected to play. Higgins is dealing with the ankle limited session. Although a full day on Friday would be nice. This puts Higgins on track to start. So he's kind of hampered. I'm going to go Big Mike. At me. Westbrook or I'm going to go Guyton, broski. Jeff Wilson or D. Foreman. I'm going Jeff Wilson. Brandon, sorry I haven't answered that yet. I think I'm caught up. Yeah, Mike Williams over Bateman's a gift, bro. Julio is going to be amazing. I don't know about that, bro. I'm not on board that. I'm not on board that statement. I ain't Smitty approving that statement. Julio being amazing. Maybe Julio does okay, but be amazing? I don't know, broski. I don't know. Rock Out with a super chat. Rock Out says, 2 flexes, full PPR, Jeff Wilson Jr., Judy Godwin, Kirk, T. Smith, or can pick up A. St. Brown or Seals Jones. Man, you always give me these tough ones, bro. These are always tough ones. I'm going to go 2 flexes. I'm going to go with Godwin, of course. It's really that other one that's hard. I mean, Godwin. I'm going to go Godwin and, between St. Brown, Judy, and Wilson, I'm going to go Wilson. Wilson and Godwin. But why you got Godwin in this question? Show some respect, Rock Out, to Godwin, bro. Godwin in your start bench question with a bunch of cellar dwellers, bro. Come on now. You guys are late on the Deebo news. What are we late on the Deebo news? What's the Deebo news? What news are we late on, bro? Hit me with it. And let's see what Shefty's reporting. Twitter. Let's see what Shefty's up to. Deebo Samuel listed as questionable for Sunday due to a groin injury. Will play versus the Bengals per source is what I think he's trying to suggest. We don't have the correct Deebo news, which posted 2 minutes ago. Look at this. Oh, sorry. I got to scroll down. 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago. Deebo Samuel listed as questionable 2 minutes ago to play. What I'll say about that report, though, this one right here, the Deebo Samuel news, which posted now 2.5 minutes ago, is that he's still got to go out there and, test it out. But I don't know. This could be limited, though. He could be limited. I don't know. You got to start him as your wide receiver 3. You got to start him as your wide receiver 3 if he's starting. You can't sit him. The thing is, they need to win this game, so are the Niners capable of putting him out there as a decoy? Yeah, in this game they might. Michelle gonna bust, says Engage. Okay, so let me get this straight. Engage, you know you're my boy, Blue. Rock Out says, no, Smitty, it's Godwin, running back from the Lions. Oh. Okay, then. Let me get to your question again. You poor man. You poor man. Judy and Wilson. I mean, you could go St. Brown and Wilson too. Either one. Judy and Wilson, St. Brown and Wilson. I go either way. that is cellar dwelling, rock out. That is the definition of cellar dwelling. Godwin, the running back. Whoa. Whoa. Deebo, they could be doing a little gimmick thing here with Deebo. So we gotta be careful in the morning when we're setting our lineups, you know what I mean? And I'm live on Instagram that entire hour leading into kickoff. So you guys need to be checking in with your boy Smitty. Live on Instagram, the Fantasy Football Show, the entire hour leading into kickoff. And you guys need to ensure you are watching because we'll get a lot of Deebo questions. I can guarantee you we're going to get probably asked Deebo questions 20% of the whole show. So if you've got a Deebo dilemma, you need to be watching me on Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show, doing a 1 hour into kickoff of the morning game live stream. And we need to break this down hardcore style. Monty, Saquon, Aaron Jones pick 2. Aaron Jones and Monty. I'm not going near Saquon when I've got those options, broski. David, that's a long question, bro. 1, Foreman or Dillon? Go Dillon. Gage, Mooney, or DJ Moore? Go DJ Moore. Javonte, Jacobs, Foreman, Hunt? Go Javonte. Lockett, Gage, or Mooney? Go Lockett and split that one up. And then Cooks, Aaron Jones. God, this is a long question, bro. Come on now. Cooks, Aaron Jones, or AJ Dillon? Give me Aaron Jones. 6. You want me to do your entire league, bro? AJ Dillon or Foreman? Give me AJ Dillon. Holy crap. Okay. Next question. This one is from Greg. Hey, Greg. Thank you, Greg, for the super chat. What you done? Let's see, Smitty. What you done if you were a commissioner? I don't know what I've done at this point. If somebody made a mistake and dropped the wrong player, it's an obvious mistake. Look, you need to have this in your bylaws. You cannot, as a commissioner, recklessly have this just be an unknown situation. You have to have this on lock in your bylaws. Okay, you have to, like, if you don't, then you need to use this as a learning experience and put it in. It should be written in what to do. It should already be known what to do. So if it isn't, my advice is to go to the league, do a vote. You could do a loosely based vote, verbal, whatever, and say, hey, can we throw this player back on? And if everybody says yes, then do it. If everybody says no, then don't do it. The worst thing you can do, Greg, is disrupt the entire league, the majority of your league at any point. If you're the commissioner and you still make the calls on your own, I'm not you, Greg, in particular. I'm talking about anybody out there watching in the viewer land. If you are a commissioner and you make the calls, you ultimately make decisions on your own. You just wing it. You're a bad commissioner. You're a bad commissioner. And you need to stop that. That's old school. That's sheriff style. That's anarchy. You need to make it up to the people. You need to be a commissioner of the people. That is the best commissioner. So you take things to vote. You don't make calls on your own. If the majority of everybody says, yes, let's do this, then do that. If 8 or 9 people don't want to do something and you force it, you're going to have an upset league. It's going to fall apart. But I would say if you do overturn it, which I probably would do if there's nothing written in the bylaws, but then go at it. If this happens, person has to put on the message board within, 2 hours that they made a mistake and they want it overturned. If they wait after 2 hours, it's done. Or if somebody does it by mistake and the league votes on it every time, if that happens, whether to overturn it or not. So good luck on that one, bro. I will be doing a segment on the Tuesday and Thursday show on the regular, and probably the Friday and Saturday as well, where we do fantasy football court, but in real fashion it'll be called fantasyfootballcourt.com. You'll submit your case, and I will preside over it live on the show and make a determination. And by submitting it, you are agreeing, not held to it by any means, but that you're going to use my judgment and apply it to the league so that it has some pull and some excitement behind it. So if you've got a dilemma that you want to bring, I'm gonna provide a form that you fill out by going to fantasyfootballcourt.com, and you can get your case presided on during the fantasy football show. So get ready for that one. Let's go to the phone lines for the remainder of the show and answer some of your calls. So I'm going to open up the phone lines in 1 second, and we're going to hit the phone. So give me 1 second while I put that up on screen here. God, I can't believe my whole system is down. Let me open up the phone lines. The phone number is... Good God. I'm knocking stuff all over the place. So call into the show. Call in 602 699 4404. Dial into this show right now. The phone lines are open. I just clicked the button. Let's do it live. Hit me up. Let's go. I'm here to answer your fantasy football questions and do it live. What's up, good buddy? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What is your name and how can I help you?
Hey, how's it going, man? My name's Maddie, and just a quick question. Full PPR.
Okay.
MVS or Judy as a wide receiver 3, full PPR.
I mean, that's tough. I kind of like, in crafty fashion, MVS, but that's a high risk, high reward play. You're probably safer going Judy. Like, Judy's going to get you a safer number. Like, he's either going to get you 8 points, or 10. MVS will get you 4, or he could get you, 21. So I hate to give you two answers on that, but sometimes there just isn't an easy, answer. So I would say you got to pick what you need. You need safety. If you need safety, go with Judy, but you're not going to get a whole bunch of upside like you could with MVS, but with a lot of risk.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Aaron Rodgers, number 2 wide receiver, or Broncos, number 1 wide receiver. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Judy would be the one, right?
Again, that's your safe play, but not high upside. MVS is going to get you 4 points, or he's going to get you 20. You just got to decide what you need.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I wish I could give you a strong answer, man, but that's just one of those 50-50 calls, bro. You got to decide if you want safety or not. Because you're not.
So much.
Yeah,
I really appreciate
yeah. Call back. You got another question. All right, guys, hit me with another. Next caller. Greg's has a follow-up. I was the person who made the mistake in dropping Josh Jacobs and supposed to drop the Raiders' Foster Moreau with Pat Freiermuth. My cousin ignored the mistake and messages. I've done everything immediately. Had the third waiver claim too. Yeah, I mean, if it's got to look in the bylaws, man. But some leagues I played in where it's cutthroat. You cut somebody, that's on you. Some other leagues they'll throw them back on. What's up, man? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Rock out.
Rock out. What's up, good buddy? Okay.
Hey, would you get the Eagles defense for week 16? Because I got bye next week. They play the Giants week 16.
Who? What D?
Eagles.
Eagles,
They play
yeah.
the Giants week 16.
Yeah, Eagles are a good play. Who do you got to drop, though?
Hold on. I could drop Bateman or the Lions running back or Sam Brown.
Yeah, I mean, you could go any way there. Whatever you think's going to help you the least. Whoever you think you're not going to have in your lineup, ever. I'd drop that player, just based on your feel of your team. But, yeah, I mean, I like playing. Like I said, Rock Out, you can win a league, during this final 3 weeks coming up here by getting 12 points out of your defense every single week. People, I think it's underlooked at type of thing, to stream defenses in the final 3 weeks. You don't have to stream them all year long. It is hard to stream them all year long. It is a commitment, one that I don't recommend a lot of people take because they don't have the time to follow through with it all year long, and you end up screwing yourself and you have no good defense when you could just take a really decent defense, have them all year long, score maybe a little lesser than if you worked full-time streaming defenses for a living. But when you get to the playoffs, it's so vital to try and think ahead like that for those 3 small weeks. Hunker down, find a couple defenses that are in good spots like you're doing here with the Eagles. They're a good pickup, man. I like it.
Yeah, like this week I got the Seahawks versus Houston.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried to get the talk, I couldn't get them.
All right, man. Well, hit me back. You got another question. Lines will be open.
Sounds good.
Okay. Next caller, dial in. Let's do it live. Greg, I'm sorry I don't have. I mean, you guys can bring it to the fantasy football show and fantasy football court, but I have a feeling your cousin's going to just duck it, because he wants to. My guess is your cousin picked up. I'm going to predict things, Greg. Your cousin picked up Jacobs. That's why he's ducking you, right? That's what I'm going to guess. You're live on the fantasy football show. What's up, pal? Who am I talking to?
What's up, Smitty? It's Aaron again.
Aaron, what's up?
What's up? I came back to ask the same question I asked you yesterday. To see how you're feeling about Van Jefferson and Brandon Ayuk in full PPR.
Yeah, I mean, with the news of Deebo playing, whether it's gimmicky or not, whether he's going to be a gadget player or whatever, that devalues Ayuk quite a bit. So Van Jefferson for me, pretty easy call at this point.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, yeah. Call back. You got another one. Call back. You got another one later.
There.
You are or were live on the fantasy football show. James says, watch the UFC fights. Get those likes up. Do live. Do it now. James is not having it, guys. Hit the thumbs up. Punch it. James isn't putting up with anything. You're live on the fantasy football show, good buddy. What can I do for you? What's your name?
Hey, man, so I need your opinion. I got Lockett and Hopkins.
Lockett and Hopkins, okay. I mean,
I used to go with Hopkins, but they got a pretty tough matchup. So.
yeah, I mean, Hopkins, Lockett, that could go either way any given week, man. I'm going Hopkins. He feels like he's 100% for the first time. At least reports are suggesting he's 100% for the first time in a long time. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But I'm certainly not going to bet against the news that suggests he's 100%. So I'm starting Hopkins.
All right, well, there's another option. I got Aaron Jones in the flex. You can just keep him there. And
Over who?
should I put Lockett there instead?
No. I mean, you can't sit Aaron Jones if he's back and starting. Yeah.
Is he?
I mean, everything that I'm looking at, I don't see anything that suggests that Aaron Jones isn't the starter. Let's pull up Aaron Jones news real quick and see if we can find anything. Aaron Jones. Whoops. Hold on a second. I need two hands. Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers running back. There's nothing new. It just, he rushed 10 times. He was underwhelming in his last week before the bye week in week 12. But he's had more time to rest, you know what I mean? So walking into Chicago, I have no reason to doubt he's going to get a boatload of work. And I think he might be one of the undervalued players right now in fantasy football running back one land. Like, I think he could be a guy we're either writing off, I'm going to be honest, writing off next week, or a guy everyone's like, oh my God, can't believe we're doubting this guy. There was no news on him. Everybody's just not even speaking his name, and now he's a top 5 running back for weeks 15, 16, 17, you know? So I'm starting him over Lockett. I like Lockett, but Lockett's like a wide receiver 3, like an elite wide receiver 3. Aaron Jones is a borderline running back 1, bro. So not even close. All right. Appreciate you. Call back if you got another one. You were live on the Fantasy Football Show. What's your name and what can I do for you?
Hey, Smitty, what's up, man? This is Mike Ortiz. I've been listening to you for years, man, and I just wanted to call this first time I actually get to talk to you live.
First time.
I actually needed. Sorry.
No, first time caller. Appreciate it, but long time viewer. And Mike, we appreciate you in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, boss. Hey, man, I just had a quick question. You know, I have Eckler as my RB1 right now, and I was thinking, since I sat Cook because of his injury proneness, I kind of, messed up a little bit. I was wondering if you could help me out and see either Javonte Williams, Gibson, or Hollywood Brown, and you could just choose 2 for me.
Javonte Williams, Gibson, or Hollywood Brown?
Choose 2?
Yeah, I mean,
I would say Javonte Gibson, right?
yeah, I'd probably say Javonte and Gibson, only because, Lamar struggled 2 weeks in a row. Like, what else do we have to go on? Like, that's our only thing we can turn to, right? I mean, Gibby, you can't say Gibby hasn't played well. He's getting volume. McKissick, is not in play right now. So it's like Gibby's going to eat, and he's been eating. So how are we going to hold anything against Gibson? And then Javonte just blew up. And while there's a shot that Melvin comes in and spoils everything, I mean, are you really going to want to put him on your bench after that explosion? You know what I mean? So, like, even if this doesn't work out to the tune of you losing, like, 8 points, eight net points because you made the wrong call with Javonte, like, I'm still making the call. Like, it's the right move.
All right, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. I just want to go into this my last week before playoffs, and I'm in that 4-seed hunt, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it.
Always trust your gut, though, even over anything I'm telling you. Make sure you don't let me talk you out of something. If you're, wavering, then let it help you. But if you think, hey, no, I want to go this route, like, always trust your gut, man. You're the one that's got to play the week out.
Yeah, that's what I learned that from you, man. Always gotta trust your gut, like you said.
Yep. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Okay.
What's up? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Good buddy. What's your name? Thompson. What's up, pal?
What's up? You're live. I just want to use the fucking cock in my ass.
Well, there we have it. Our first block. Our first block. Let's see if we can write this one here. We'll write this one down. There we go. Okay, next caller, go. Boom. Who's up next? Someone's always got to try and spoil the party. All right, next up. We'll make sure we don't answer his call again. Where's my... I think I accidentally disabled the phone line. Hold on. Start Deebo. Yeah, you got to, bro. As your wide receiver 3, you have to. Kareem Hunt or Chuba Hubbard? Go Kareem Hunt for me. Kareem Hunt for me. Yep, Deebo, you got to start Deebo. But DJ, it depends on your option, bro. You got to bring us the options. If the option's not, fantastic, or the option is fantastic, then we have a dilemma on our hands. Tristan with a super chat. Tristan says, what do you think now, Smitty? Michelle or Jamar Chase? I'm going Jamar Chase, but I really do like Michelle. And I think Michelle is a fantastic play, but I'm starting Jamar. I'm starting Jamar. There is no way. There is no way I'm not starting Jamar. Okay, phone lines are back on. Sorry. Let's roll. You know, I may have turned off something on my phone. I think I have Do Not Disturb on my actual phone, and it's blocking the phone line, which is dialing in now too. So give me a second here. Because I see you guys calling in. Okay, business hours are turned back on. Do Not Disturb is off. All right, roll. Let it roll. I think my Do Not Disturb went on my phone. We'll have to do calls tomorrow because I think I have them being rerouted right now. My bad, guys. Yep. Sorry, guys. I have to figure out. I said Do Not Disturb on my phone, and it just triggered, and so all the calls are being blocked. So I gotta coordinate that with my actual line that I have. Smitty, Michelle, Jamara got that one. Thank you, Tristan. Appreciate your super chat. Here's another one from Greg. I appreciate you, Greg, with another super chat. iSong with a super chat. And Tristan, thanks again. Previous super chat before that, I think I got to from James. Thank you, James. Pick 2, Javonte Hubbard, Hunt, or Dillon. Already have Patterson and Lamb in my 2 flex spots. Started Adams and JJ at wide receiver. I'm probably going to say pick 2, Javonte Hubbard, Hunt, or Dillon. Already have Patterson. I'm going to say Javonte Hubbard, Hunt, or Dillon. I'm going to go Javonte and probably Dillon, or Javonte and Hunt, but definitely Javonte. So Dillon or Hunt or Dillon. You can't really go wrong with either option. Consensus data, if I was to pull up consensus data on those 2, Hunt and Dillon, I would say they're pretty close, but let me find out where you're going to find them. So Hunt is probably ranked around like 22 to 25 overall for running backs week 14. And Dillon is probably like 2 or 3, 4 or 5 spots higher. So I think Dillon's probably the safer bet. Anthony says, missed his playoffs. Sorry, pal. Appreciate you. And 2022 content's like here. It's already here, Anthony. So get your lifetime membership at sleeperu.com, bro. Where?
Want bold year-round rankings, trade calculators, and bold predictions? Get on over to sleeperu.com.
Get on over to sleeperu.com, buddy boy. Get your lifetime membership. Get it today and get on the text line. I'll give you text access for the remainder of the year. I think the camera's back. I think we're back to being smooth. Woo! That's so nice. I hate working over on that other monitor. My back hurts. That feels good, man. Be back over here. Get your year round. Now I can drag this stuff back and have all my stuff back. Hold on a second. Boom. 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 And boom. Now let's see if it works.
Want bold year-round rankings, trade calculators, and bold predictions? Get on over to Sleeper. U.com.
Yep, we're back. Okay, so Anthony, get my lifetime membership. If you order my $199 lifetime membership, you never pay for content again. You get all my video courses for 2022, 2023, 2024. I'm going to have all these video courses, over 40 videos for you at least, for 2022 draft prep. How to draft from draft slot 1. How to dominate from draft slot 4. How to trade into draft slot 1. How to trade into draft slot 10. How to trade for multiple second rounders. How to trade for 2 top 5 overall picks in your draft. How to negotiate trades. All that stuff. So it's going to be off the hook. 2022, we're going to take 2022 by storm, bro. So can't wait to have you on board. And Greg, what do I think of your other running backs? Foreman, Eckler, Devonta Freeman, Damian Harris, and Miles Sanders. Do I have a good rotation still? I mean, it's a decent rotation. Like, I know you want me to say, hey, Josh Jacobs, you didn't need him. But, I mean, I didn't like Josh Jacobs, but he had a good trade value, and he had decent running back 2 value right now. Damian Harris, as long as Damian Harris is healthy and in the lineup, he's a good play. But, you know, he's on a bye this week. And you have Devonta Freeman, who's pretty decent right now, but questionable, you know, going forward. You have Deonta Foreman, who's a pretty decent play this week, but still questionable like Freeman. You don't know what his workload is going to be 2 weeks from now. Miles Sanders, I like Miles Sanders. He's probably your running back 2 upon return from his bye week. But he, too, you don't really know what you're dealing with. Is he healthy? Will they feed him properly? So, like, you could have a really good running back 2 in Damian Harris or Miles Sanders, or you could have injured and questions and all that. So hopefully your cousin did you answer my question? Did your cousin, is he the one that picked up Jacobs and that's why he's dodging your question? It feels like that's what you're going to tell me. I feel like that's what I'm going to hear. I think you're going to confirm that for me. Anthony, appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate you, good buddy. Ricardo's in a predicament. I used my napkin, which I got for Dalvin Cook after your video. Now I'm stuck with Trent Richardson and Dante Pettis at the flex. The napkin wasn't worth it, dude. Ricardo, sounds to me like you're watching the wrong show, bro. Because no one told you to trade Dalvin Cook on the low, broski. Nobody. Not on this show. Not on this side of the fence, bro. Your man Smitty talks about trading so that even if you're wrong, you're right. Even when you're wrong and the player you trade away blows up like Christian McCaffrey, you're right. And if they go down, you're still right. When I make a trade, when I'm wrong, I'm still right, bro. That's how you trade. That is how you trade. And I've got a book coming out on Amazon called When You're Wrong, You're Right. The Fantasy Football Saga. The Fantasy Football Story. You wait till that book comes out because it's about negotiation. It's about trade negotiation. It's about the art form of fantasy football trading. It's about the art form of negotiation in general. You can use it outside of football, but it is absolutely what you need. But I don't know what you're talking about. I'm broke, Smitty. I'll see if I can buy the package next season. All right, Anthony. Appreciate you, pal. Double A or triple A, as I like to call them. Van Jefferson versus Higgins. Higgins probably if he's starting, but you know, make sure you check in the morning. There's nothing bad, but you got to start Higgins. Higgins is too hot right now, bro. He's going nuts. start one, Jamar Chase or Mike Williams. You need to start both, but if I have to pick, I would say Jamar Chase. I can't sit him. Thanks for always answering everyone's questions. Much appreciated. Hit that thumbs up. Respect thy Smitty. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You know, it's things like this where you're like, what were you watching, bro? What were you watching? Where's your napkin? Who said trade him for a napkin? I said trade him for 10 napkins, bro. Hunt or Jeff Wilson half PPR this week. Hunt or Jeff Wilson. I'm probably going Hunt. I think I've gone back and forth on that one. I'm very, very torn on that one, bro. Very, very torn. Rockout says, we going all in on Guyton or MVS, Crowder, Judy. I'm going to say Guyton, bro. Then MVS after that. Very, very close. Julio or Mike Williams. This is almost take a lap worthy, bro. The only reason I'm not going to punch that button is because who was it that said it? Was it, who said it in here? Who said it? I forget who already. Who said that they loved Julio this week? Look, I'm starting Mike Williams. I wouldn't blame anybody for going Julio, but it's Mike Williams time. Brandon Ayuk, Jalen Guyton, or Marquez Valdez-Scantling in half PPR. I need a boom wide receiver this week. Also, should I drop Ridley? I don't know, man. Drop Ridley if you want. But, you know, make sure you're dropping him for somebody that you potentially could use. Maybe it's a strong defensive play. But if you're just picking up another guy you're never going to play, why not wait? But, yeah, it's pretty much time to cut bait if you can pick up that defense that will score 15 points in week 16. Brandon Ayuk, Jalen Guyton, or Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I'm gonna go Guyton. If you want bang, but you're okay with a little bit of risk, bro, then I would go Guyton. If you're okay with the risk and you need that big bang. Where are you drafting Javonte? Depends on how he finishes, but it could be top 5 overall, bro. It could be top 5 overall. We'll all be drafting him. Potentially top 5 overall. Ricardo says, I must have been off the tweak. I traded Cook for Tyreek Hill. The QB, not the wide receiver. Oh, Taysom Hill. No, you didn't, bro. Ricardo, start getting serious, bro. Stop wasting our time in here, bro. Bring some good stuff to the table. Give me some good questions, bro. Come on. Willing to risk it for the biscuit, Smitty. Then I would say Guyton. He's got a lot of risk, bro. A lot of risk. Start Rashard Penny or Ty Johnson. Not a joke. I'd probably go Penny. Mooney or Michelle. Give me Michelle by a lot. Any 2022 rookie hype yet on anybody? I'm saving that hype for my January 1 unleashing of the 2022 content and 2022 fantasy football membership. So hang tight on that. I'm going to have a lot of content on the 2022 class, bro. It's going to be awesome. Chase Edmonds. Mir Abdullah. I guess Abdullah, but none. None. Give me none. Smitty traded JT for Skittles. Okay, sorry, it's just Williams has been flaky, but I think he should be okay without Allen. He's been flaky, but he's all in, man. He's all in. You should have cut Henry weeks ago, says Swaggy. Henry could come back the final week. Him and Ridley are like, you only hold them if like you have to, you know, if you can. If there's viable options that are going to help you get further in the playoffs, you got to pick them up. One second. Okay, Mooney or Crowder? Give me Mooney. Raj is salty tonight. Go cheer him up. I think is he live? Oh, he is live.
And they can limit the turnovers because this team is look at the talent on the roster: Fred Warner, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Trent Williams.
How many we got in here?
The highest graded player in the NFL. The whole NFL. This is the highest graded player in the NFL. Like, we have some great talent on this team.
160.
And I haven't even said everybody. We have so much talent. So if they can stay healthy, and if they can play consistent, and if they can limit the mistakes, and they can play to their best potential, they can beat anybody in the league. But it really depends on which team shows up on a weekly basis. And again, last week was a tough loss, and now we're reeling. And now the Bengals had a tough loss, and now they need to come back and bounce back. So, tough game. I expect us to win tomorrow. High-scoring game, 33-27. But we'll see. If we lose, y'all are going to say I jinxed it. So I love you. Have a good night.
He's leaving. He's leaving. He left. He closed. I tried to get him on. Raj. Julio or Sutton? Julio, I suppose. Yeah, that was Dr. Raj. I guess he's a little salty, they said, because of some of the stuff going on. I mean, who can blame him? Is Mooney a real future asset in Dynasty? Adam, I think he could be pretty good. I don't know that he'll be... I don't know if he'll be like a wide receiver 1 or 2, but he could be an electric wide receiver 3. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do drop some skin on the NFL games, bro. You got to do it too by going to smitty1.com and clicking on either Prize Picks or Underdog Fantasy. Use my promo codes. Let's go. Smitty, I'm rocking with Cook, Najee, and Mixon. However, my flex spot is questionable in Week 14. Foreman, Hilliard, Dillon, or Wilson Jr. Probably go Dillon. He's safe. Is Ramondre Stevenson season next week? It could be. Depends on Damian Harris's health, but they got a bye week here, so maybe he gets healthy. Smitty, I traded Marquise and Mixon for Kamara. You're talking about Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown and Mixon for Kamara 4 weeks ago, right before Mixon started playing so well and Kamara stopped playing. Think it'll turn out best if I squeeze into the playoffs. It could. I mean, Mixon's playing good enough to where, like you'd be tempted to trade Kamara for him straight up right now, only because you know what you're getting, and Kamara you're worried about, is he going to play a full workload right out of the gate? But yeah, like if you squeeze into the playoffs and this week doesn't matter, Kamara should be back to form, I hope. It sounds like he is. So would I rather have Kamara over Mixon in Week 15? Probably, yes. I think we might be saying yes really loudly come Week 15. Right now, it's just kind of like we haven't seen him. So we're like, is he going to get hurt right when he comes back? Like, what's going on? I should drop my knowledge on the spreads. You know what I'm going to do next year, and I might even do it at the end of this year, is have Miss Smitty come in and drop the predictions and have her do Miss Smitty segment, because she's really good at pick'em too. She's really got it down. Like she's a good pick'em person. Julio or Odell Beckham Jr. I'm gonna say Odell, but that's so tough. Trade advice, non-PPR, Pittman and Clyde for Patterson. I'd take Patterson. He's playing great. Next year, who knows? But this year, give it to me. The Jets are a low-scoring team already with their best wide receivers out. I say their efficiency goes down. Someone's obviously talking to somebody else. Sorry. Didn't mean to intrude. With Waller out again this week, who do we start at tight end? Just thinking Ertz, Hooper, Moreau, Seals Jones, Komet available. I go Ertz as long as he's a go, which he may or may not be, so you got to stay on top of it. Mike Williams or Zeke. I go Mike Williams, but we talked about that at the top of the show. Barnett, if you want more on this, watch the beginning of the show back because I talk about it in detail, bro. I talk about it in detail. Let's see if we can get Raj on here real quick. I'm going to see if Raj wants to come in. Live, if you want, on YouTube. Let's see if we can get Raji Boy in here. Judy Boyd or MVS. Judy Boyd or probably Judy. No, MVS. Give me MVS. Give me MVS. Michelle or Zeke. Give me Michelle. And again, you said Michael, but I think you mean Michelle. Go watch the beginning, Preston, of the video. The first 15 minutes, I talk about nothing but MVS, Michelle, and Zeke. All three of them. Who would I start out of those three? Ranking them. We talk about it for 10 minutes. Did I mess up trading away Gibson and Renfroe for Chase in week 10? I think it could work out. It could work out, but I mean, it's very close right now. Moving forward is close. You could say, last week it's been bad and the week before, of course. But from this moment on, I think it could be very, very close. I think Jamar Chase drops fire. I think he drops fire. He's in a rookie wall territory that he hasn't broken out of yet. Is there a risk that Jamar Chase doesn't break out again this week? Yeah. But, I mean, his drop last week is why he didn't, which is a problem. I'm not saying it's a good thing. But it's not like his performance is suffering because he's fatigued, or he's hit a rookie wall in that sense. He's hit a mental rookie wall. But, hopefully it'll work out for, to at least be a wash for you. But Gibson was looking really bad a month ago, bro. A month and a half ago. No one wanted Gibson at all. You couldn't get Jamar Chase for Gibson in a trade straight up. There's no way. And now look at it. It flipped on you. But don't be hard on yourself for a trade you made a while back when Gibson looked like he was potentially garbage at one point. Now Gibson looks fantastic. You couldn't have seen all that coming. How long will Thielen be out? I don't know. It's a week-by-week type of thing right now. I traded Tyreek and Jefferson for Cook and Hopkins. Did I get a win? Tyreek and Jefferson for Cook and Hopkins. You could easily make an argument on either side of that, bro. I mean, it's all going to depend on Hopkins, how Hopkins does. If Hopkins comes back to even low-end wide receiver numbers, you're good to go, bro. But if you got that Cook side. But if on the other side, I don't know. I mean, I like both wide receivers. That's pretty darn good. So is Cook. But hopefully you have Madison, or that side has Madison. Otherwise, just owning Cook has some risk. Yeah, that was why I traded, to be honest. Have enough running backs and needed a wide receiver, so it's all good. Then you're fine, bro. You're fine, Jeezy. You're good to go, bro. Chase will bounce back. Don't let the Chase haters get you down. Don't let them make you think it isn't possible to have the better player of the two. Right now, Gibson does have more value. Right now, if you're making a trade, you couldn't get Gibson for Chase. But a month and a half ago, you couldn't get Chase for Gibson. So tables turn and flip all the time. They might be back on the same level at least going forward. So get ready and just buckle up. Don't put Chase on the bench, and just hopefully he'll ball out for you. Pick up Osborne or Ramondre. Probably Ramondre, bro. I feel like you can use Ramondre Stevenson more impactfully if he gets in there than you would than Osborne, because Thielen might come back. So Ramondre Stevenson by a mile. And he shouldn't even be available because we've talked about him so much on this show that, he should be grabbed already. Is Crowder a decent pickup this week or rest of season? I don't know. He's okay. Jamar Jefferson, David Johnson, or Mike David? Bro, I guess Jamar Jefferson. Start Jeff Wilson, Ty Johnson, or Jamar. Scott, this is a long question, bro. Can't even focus. Not to mention, I can't stop to go over something this long, bro. Ask it in pieces. Wilson, Ty Johnson, or Jamar Godwin in standard. Also, in Deebo, we're starting. We're starting. for sure over guys like Crowder or anybody like that. You got to start Deebo, at least your flex. And this other question, I'm not really sure what you're asking. Start Jefferson, Ty Johnson, or Jamar. Godwin, is that the running back Godwin we're talking about? Or I'm not sure there. I'm going to say of the running backs, though, it's Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson. Appreciate you, Scott. You're my boy, Blue. Pick one, Michelle, Barkley, or Javonte. Give me Michelle if you need safety, bro. If you want high upside, you go in Javonte. I personally can't sit Javonte. Deebo expected to play. He is, but how much? Will he be limited? We don't know, so that's why we're hesitant on him a little bit, but you have to start him at your flex. If Deebo's starting, you're starting him. He is starting. I'm saying it, but when Deebo starts, you play him. Just like Cook. When people were wanting to bench Cook, and we went live before the game, and we said, look, we want Madison in our hearts to be the call here, but he's not. You could play him as your flex, but the moment Cook was said to start, you're starting him. There's no debating it. And if Deebo's playing, you are starting him. And Deebo is said to be playing, but we still need to confirm tomorrow. But you're starting him. If Deebo's playing, which he is, you're starting him. It's a must. You just can't, there's nothing to do about it. I think Hasty might get more touches, though. I don't know what the question was above on that one, but what are your options? I think I see it. I still need some info on Jeff Wilson, Darrell Williams, and Pollard. I mean, your options are all worse, though, bro. Like, what are you going to do? You can't complain about sharing work when the options that you have to compete with Jeff Wilson are in the same boat or worse, I think Hasty pick up Julio on waivers or Crowder. Probably Julio. Chubb or Chuba. Come on. Jeezy. First of all, his name is not Chubbs.
Take a look.
I'm not making you take a lap because you misspelled Chubb. I'm making you take a lap because you misspelled Chubb and Chuba. First of all, it's 1B for Chuba. It's no S for Chubb. And the reason you're taking a lap is because you were not benching Nick Chubb for Chuba Hubbard. Nick Chubb is a top 12 overall player. Let's get it right. Garcia says, who scores more in Week 14, Hollywood or Odell? Give me Hollywood, bro. Robert with the monster super chat. Absolutely phenomenal super chat drop, bro. Zinski, Adam, thank you as well. Robert. Love the show. Usually don't catch the live stream. My team getting healthy at the right time. Keep up the great work. Robert, thank you, kind sir. We much appreciate you. Adam, pick 3. B. Cooks, Godwin, DJ Moore, Odell Beckham Jr., Judy this week. Give me Godwin, DJ Moore, and Odell. I don't know, Cooks or Odell. I'd probably go Odell. The first two I'm not wavering on, but between Cooks and Odell, I struggle on that one. Start Goff over Russ? No. Like, could that work out one time out of a million? Sure. But you're really going to sit Russell Wilson, man. You can't sit Russell Wilson. Like, why are you going to sit Russell Wilson? Like, I get it. He struggled, whatever. Get Russell Wilson into your lineup in this situation. This is crazy talk. Stack Reynolds, St. Brown, or Taysom Hill, Traquan. Don't worry about stacking. Start the best options. Stacking gets you no points. But the only reason you stack is because the offense is so great. You're like, I want to have a piece of that all the time. This whole, like, do I start these two from this team or these? Like, what are you doing? Zinski, it doesn't get you anything, bro. I would start Russell Wilson, and then this other question, I don't know if it's separate or not, but St. Brown and Taysom Hill are the two starters. You could go Taysom Hill and Traquan over St. Brown, but don't do it because it's a stack. But I could get behind either one of those, but I'm not starting Reynolds. Appreciate you, Zinski. You're my boy, Blue. Jeezy says, I was asking William if he was talking about Chubb or Chuba. Relax. Well, I mean, Jeezy, how am I to know? How am I to know, Jeezy, when I'm getting asked questions in here and I see this? I feel like I'm reading a start bench question, Jeezy, so my bad. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. But you still spelled him wrong. Should I be worried about Trevor Lawrence's future in Jacksonville? No, just a stunted growth, bro. Just a stunted growth. Brofist, Jeezy. All right, guys, I'm out of here for tonight. Please ask your questions. I will try to get back to you tonight. I'll come back in like an hour and answer every question I can that gets commented. 167 of you in here. So if you ask a question right when I end this live in the comments of this video, which will start out at 0, I will get to you and try and get to you within the next 2 hours. So please, please, please leave a comment. I want to answer your question. And get on over to sleeperu.com.
Want bold year-round rankings, trade calculators, and bold predictions? Get on over to sleeperu.com.
Get on over to sleeperu.com. Anybody that gets a lifetime membership, the $199 membership, I will give you free text advice for the remainder of this year and give you free text advice for 2022. You will never pay for rankings again. You will never pay for any content again. Trade calculators, the video courses every single year. I'm going to have about 40 videos in this video course section. Get your lifetime membership at sleeperu.com. Sleeper, the letter U, like a university.com. And join me tomorrow. Join me tomorrow on Instagram the entire 1 hour leading into kickoff of the morning games. I'm live on Instagram on the Fantasy Football Show handle on Instagram. Please join me. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Please thumb the video up right now. Do it now. Don't forget and ask me a question. What's up, Trains? Appreciate you being here. And thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm going to leave your questions on screen on my way out. Like always, appreciate you. Thanks, James, for all the hard work tonight with the thumbs up, buddy. James is the man. Look at this man. Look at this man right here. Look into these eyes. These are the eyes of an angel. These are the eyes of an angel. Thank you, James.